As a trader, there's no better feeling than mapping out a plan than watching it play out to perfection. And that is exactly what happened here with Chromadex. We called this out 2 weeks ago. This is one of our past 300% plus runners that we've had. I mean, this is crazy. This was literally 2 weeks ago from today. This stock was sitting at $1.58, $1.60, $1.61, $1.65, $1.70. We blasted it out. We gave you so many updates and reminders and what my expectations of the stock was. It was trading at 1x revenues, cash flow positive, no debt, 30 million cash on the books, great margins, revenues increasing, a really great product that they put $100 million of research into. I mean, it's by all means undervalued, just didn't make any sense with the earnings call, with the guidance. Like, it's just everything. And if you're not seeing it, I don't understand how you're not seeing it at this point. This is really exciting stuff. Like, I got a lot of energy and emotion that I'm putting into this because we just had three back-to-back 100% runners. I don't think people are listening to me. I mean, humbly, I just don't know how we haven't doubled our following. I mean, this year, literally, I've been on fire and I'm excited about it. I'm happy that so many people in our group are making money and learning and sticking to a plan that they've never had before, right? Being successful and then also helping other people become successful. I think there is no better feeling in the world, but seeing that, okay? And again, we do it all for free. So leave a comment in the section below if you're interested in joining a successful group that we have on Discord. It is free, but we really want your time. We want you as a trader to be in a position to, give us your attention and learn and grow and form a plan that's going to put you again on the right path. But again, CDXC, just flipping through the charts, the monthly, insane, insane breakout, weekly, daily, and then again, even you see a little bit more narrow on the intraday chart. The close here at 299 is still up 24, 25%, from where it was at high of day, right? From where we alerted 161 here all the way up, that was 123%, and it closed still up almost 90%, right? 86% and change. So even on the high end, right, which for me personally in my group and my call outs, there's no reason why you should have an average over 170, 175. No reason. But if you were late to the game, fine, that happens. Let's say you had an average at 180, being extra conservative to where the high was, that was 98, 99%, and then it closed up about 66%. So no one watching this video that, again, paid attention, got in at a similar price should be anywhere lower than 60, 65%. That's incredible, right? That happened super fast, right? This was not even 10 trading days. So all of the right pieces here, this is what we try to explain to you over and over again. I'm trying to get as many eyes on this video, trying to again grow because we're winning, we're successful, and we want to surround ourselves with more like-minded individuals. So if I'm helping you in any way, if you're learning from this channel, growing, making money, let me know again in the comments below. But also, please share this video. Get involved with other people. If you're in other Discords or rooms or wherever you're allowed to share this video, please get it circulating, get our channel out. If we're helping you, let the people know how great our track record is and how consistent we've been. And that brings me into the next few stocks here. NRSN, right? This was alerted 98 cents and very, very quick. This ran all the way up 137%. Still, where it closed today, it's up 42% from our alert. So even if you bought it 20% above, you're still green. If you have it at our entry or lower, you're up almost 40 plus percent. Okay, this is incredible. CRDL is another one. Same entry, right? We happen to have pretty similar prices here. It ran all the way up 122%, and then where it closed at 150, it's still up 53% from our alert. So it's not only that the stocks are running and making great moves, there's a ton of volatility. There's a ton of trade opportunities here to swing up and down. And even if you like going long, you're still conservatively up 50%, 40 plus percent on your positions. So it's really awesome, right? The most recent one I did, AMIX here, right? It had a very nice move. We called this out 285. I really wish I made a bigger statement lower, 270, 280. I just, again, didn't have the opportunity to do that. But we got in at 285 here. I think we made a video, it was like $3, but I did let everyone know before the video, 285. That ran to 410 really quick, 43, 44% in a day. And then pretty much from where it closed up about 10, 11%. Okay, so either way, whether it's 285, 3, you're still green on this, right? You have not lost at all. It made a really nice move. I think this is another one that has that potential 50 to 100%. It already showed us, in one day how quick it could start to turn up. So another one to just keep on the radar, right? We're going to have a lot more stuff coming. The tickers, they come and go. We get in, we scale out, we make sure that people are taking profits. They're getting out 70, 80, 90, 100%, 110, 115, 120, all in that range. I might have missed this, but we called Presto out actually at like 16, 17 cent range. This was my biggest run of this year without a doubt. We got in at 16.8, right? That was our entry at 16.8. And then pretty much from there, it just melted all the way up. This was super, super fast. And I think it ran almost 500%. But with taking profits here, and this is maybe a little lesson that I can give, right? Having an average at 16, 17 cents, it was very easy for me to hold because it never came back down to that level. Even once it sold off, it never touched, below that price, which was really great, right? So the whole time it was green, it was easy to hold, and it ran all the way up. Now, in this case, right, if we use $1,000 as an example at 20 cents, let's say you have, 5,000 shares, for example. Okay. So now as the stock starts to move up 100, 150, 200%, you could take 5 or 10% off the table. It runs another 50, 100%. You take a little off the table and just keep repeating that process. So what I did is usually like with the Chromadex or any of these other tickers, as it's getting 70, 80, 90, 100%, usually we're selling. Now with Presto, I was thinking more long term, right? Getting it at 15, 16 cents is pretty much all-time low. The stock was $5 not that long ago. I was thinking maybe a year or two from now, it could be worth, 3, $4. Maybe it would be worth 15, 20 grand, 20x, your $1,000 investment, something like that, right? That was a very, general or vague thought process, right? So as I'm going about it now, the stock runs 60, 70, 80%. Now, really, that 15, 16 cents just really turned to like 25, 28 cents, something like that, right? So to me, it wasn't like a huge change that I observed on the chart, right? 15 to 20 cents. I still think even at 20 and 30 and 40 cents, it's undervalued. So even at 100% up, it really wasn't like, oh my God, I have to sell it right now. It's more like it should have been valued at least at that number. So I wasn't really thinking about selling it. As it started to snap and it went to 40, 50, 60 cents, then I said, okay, let me just, be smart. I'm up 220, 240%. Let me take a little off the table. So now what you do essentially is when you get to that price, right, you now take 70% of that risk off the table. So what I did is now when it got to that 220, 240%, now that 20, 25% sell, which I think was like 23%, right, now took 70 plus percent of my initial investment off the table. So that 1,000 shares basically accounted for 70% of the position value. So if I put 1,000 in off that one little sell, I took over $750 back. And then as it ran 350, 400%, right? We scaled out more. We sold a few percent here, a few percent there. Little do you know, at the end of the day, after selling 5 to 10% more of the position, I now not only took the 1,000 out, I took an additional $1,000 out, and I have, let's say, 3,000 or 3,500 shares left completely free on house money. So now I'm at that point where we ran so fast it melted from pretty much 15 cents to a dollar really quick. Let's just call it 5x because that's what it was, right? 20 cents to a dollar. Let's call it 5x, right? Fast. So what I'm able to do is now in the end of the day, I have 60% of my initial position here in terms of stock completely free. And I took not only my initial investment off the table, but I made already 100% of my return. So I invested $1,000 at 16 cents. It went all the way up to a dollar. I sold about 30 to 40% of my position, dollar cost averaging up. Not only did that take my initial investment off the table, it took an additional $1,000 off the table as well. So I'm plus 1,000 or plus 100% on my investment, and I still hold 3,500 or 3,000 shares, which is 60% of the original size. Let's say hypothetically it was 5,000, completely free. Even if the stock goes to zero, I still make 1,000 bucks, which again, it's not going to go to zero. So, unless they go bankrupt, which I don't think it's going to happen. So now you have that, and you could say, okay, what am I going to do? right? Am I going to stop out? Am I going to have, some loss where I just say, you know what, I'll just take the $1,000 here, take the $2,000 here? Or do I say, you know what, I'm going to hold these, 3K shares, which is worth, whatever. It's worth $1,000 right now. Maybe, in 2 or 3 years from now or something, it'll be right here. And maybe that 3,000 shares will be worth 12K, or maybe it'll be a five and it'll be worth 15K, right? So that's a way that where you're invincible. You can't lose, right? You are just crushing it on all angles. That's like the best position to be in. That's in like a FU position, right? You want to be in that type of position. So that's the things that we're trying to set people up to do, right? As we got on these CDXC, right? As we were talking about this and it was running, everyone in the group pretty much was take a little here, take a little here, a little here, a little here, little here, little here, right? And then eventually they got 40, 50% out. Now they're riding the half 50% completely free, half the position. It's like the same thing I did basically. So let's say again you have 10,000 shares, right? This thing runs and it sprints all the way up fast within 2 weeks. It's plus 122%. Now, if you sell anywhere between 30, 40, even if you want to go to 50%, the odds are is you're going to take 80 to 90% of that risk completely off the table. Or, if you do sell half and it's above 100%, then you're not only taking your whole risk off the table, but you're also profiting a little bit. And you could ride, let's say, if you cut that in half, now you ride 5,000 shares completely free on house money. And maybe, big news or something comes and the stock goes to 4, 5, 6, and now you have 30,000, okay, instead of 15. Okay. So it's things like that where you could play around with it, mess around with it. I'm just giving you numbers that are clean and easy for math, right? If it's 100 shares, 10 shares, 5 shares, it's irrelevant, right? I'm just again giving you big numbers that you could understand. So that's how I like to look at stocks. That's how we get into a really good position where we win, where we're consistent. Again, guys, if you don't mind just clicking that like button, subscribe if you haven't, turn on those post notifications, share this video, all of those good things to stay updated and alert with me. If you're not following, I have a Stock Twits, also a Twitter account. You really must be following the Twitter account. If you're not doing that, then you're definitely not staying updated to me in real time. And again, the videos and the sentiment that things change. So you really want to make sure that in real time, you're up to date with everything I'm posting so that, we're on the same page. Okay, that's it. We've had an absolute tear for the past 5 months since November, been on absolute fire. I'm super excited. I'm loving it. We're keeping our head down. We're focused. We got a great group of people around us in the Discord that are crushing it and again, having amazing results. So that's all that matters to me is building that and helping others around me. And again, just trying to get as many eyes and attention on this channel as possible. So if you guys could help me with that, if I'm helping you, I would greatly appreciate it. And we can continue doing what we love here. So again, have an incredible day, guys. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.